The town gossipmonger silenced by a python. In the small, bustling town of Mnarani, there was an infamous gossipmonger called Mama Pendo. She was a slender, beautiful woman with sharp eyes and an even sharper tongue. She had an insatiable appetite for other people's business. The town people nicknamed her the grapevine. She spent her days prying into other people's affairs and sharing the gossip with anyone who would care to listen. Every morning, long before the first rooster crowed, Mama Pendo would slip out of bed, leaving her husband, Michael, snoring away. With the stealth of a night thief, she would tiptoe past her door, avoiding the squeaky wooden furniture that might betray her departure. She had her routine for scouring the town for scandals. Her first stop was the home of Mary and her husband, Peter, who had a habit of arguing at the break of dawn. If she was lucky, she would catch the tail end of their argument. Something about Peter's suspicious trips to the neighboring town of Vasha. Just last week, Mary had accused him of spending their maize money on another woman. Mama Pendo had been the first to spread the news, and by lunchtime, the entire town knew of Peter's alleged affair. From there, she would go to Marlene's house, the widow who always seemed to have visitors at odd night hours. Mama Pendo knew exactly who sneaked in and out of Marlene's house. She took pride in providing the town women with updates about Marlene's latest guest. No matter the issue, whether it was old man George's goats wandering into Joseph's farm or young William being caught stealing ripe mangoes, Mama Pendo had the details. She knew who had skipped meals due to a failing harvest and who had pawned off their last chicken to settle a debt. She had become an unavoidable fixture in town life, much to the annoyance of many. During the day, you'd see her, with her son baby Pendo securely tucked in her bosom, moving in the town sharing the latest gossip. The town chief, Mr. Mashaliwa, had warned and fined her several times. Mama Pendo, this is your final warning, he had scolded. You must stop interfering in other people's lives. Next time, you will not like the consequences. She promised to change, but everyone knew it was only a matter of time before she was at it again. Her day of reckoning, however, came sooner than the town had expected. Rumors had spread that the seemingly perfect couple, John and Zara, had been fighting daily at night. This was the kind of gossip that Mama Pendo thrived on. People had whispered about it, but no one knew the cause. Was John having an affair? Was Zara planning to leave him? Mama Pendo had to know what was cooking before the cauldron burst. That night, she waited until the moon was high, then crept out of her house. She silently tiptoed across the town. When she reached John and Zara's compound, she realized she wouldn't hear much unless she got closer. The walls of their house were thick, and their voices were muffled. The only way to hear them properly was to crouch near their window. With her heart pounding in excitement, she moved closer to the house. That was when she heard it, a deep, menacing hiss. Her body froze. Before she could react, she saw it. A massive python lay coiled a few feet away. Its dark, scaly body shimmered in the moonlight, its beady eyes locked onto hers. Mama Pendo screamed at the top of her voice. Men burst out of their houses, armed with sticks, ready to confront the intruder, only to find the town gossip scared, staring at a huge python. More alarmed than anyone else, the python slithered away into the darkness. Mama Pendo, what were you doing in our compound? Zara asked. Mama Pendo remained silent, too traumatized to answer. She was spying on us, John said, shaking his head. This woman will never change. The great town grapevine had been caught in her trap. By morning, the entire town knew of her misadventure, and for once, she was the subject of the gossip rather than the bearer of it. After that incident, Mama Pendo was never the same again. She became quiet and kept to herself. The sight of a slithering python had done what countless warnings could not. It had silenced the town grapevine, at least for a while. Nature had instilled a lesson the townspeople had failed to teach her.